When people ask me what gives me hope in these dark times, I always answer the same thing: the prophecy of Isaiah, because it is the greatest prophetic message for our time that has not yet been fulfilled. It is a word from God that speaks to us today more than ever, so we're going to talk about it in this video. And if you are new here, welcome. All right, let's get into the word. The prophecy of Isaiah is found in Isaiah chapters 28 to 35. It tells of a day when the Lord will gather all the people of Israel and Judah together and heal their land. It is a word of comfort and encouragement for God's people during a time of trouble and oppression. It is also a powerful reminder that no matter how difficult things may seem right now, God is still in control, and He has a plan to bring His people back to their land and restore them to health. This is a Bible study I did on this topic a few years ago, but I thought it would be good to revisit and share again because this message from God is one that we desperately need to hear right now. Before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe so you never miss an upload. We would love to have you join our growing family and be a part of what God is doing here. We'll begin by reading the passage, and then I'll share some thoughts that will help us understand its meaning and importance. The first part of this prophecy is found in Isaiah 28, verse 16 to 29, and it says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, O man, and light upon it. It is a treasure hidden secret, which one man in the field or the reaper reapeth not. But the Lord said unto me, My thoughts are nothing like your thoughts, says the Lord, and my ways are far beyond anything you could imagine. For just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. For as the rain comes down, and the snow falls upwards, as the whirlwinds of the south, or the gentle rains that water the earth, my words that go out from my mouth shall be. And it shall be in the latter days that it shall come to pass that the mountain of Lord's house shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow to it. Many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. And He will show us His ways and teach us His precepts, and we will walk in His paths. We will observe His statutes and learn His rules." The next part of the prophecy is found in Isaiah 30, verses 19 to 26, and it says, "To this He will call the multitude. Thus surely the multitude that made thee stumble will fall to their own ruin, and the multitude that cast thee into a ditch will turn back to their own rubbish, and they will say of thee, Surely we have erred. We will return, oh surely we will seek the Lord. If only Israel were as at the first, if only we could go back to the Lord, He would heal us. Our land was sold to us in our lifetime, and we were strangers in it. Our cities are desolate, without inhabitant, without man, and without beast." The final part of the prophecy is found in Isaiah 35, verses 1 to 10. And it says, "In the wilderness a highway will be there, a roadway, and it will be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it. It will be for him who walks that way, and fools shall not wander on it. No lion shall be there, nor any harm. They shall not be found there, nor shall any shout or cry or voice be raised there. But the redeemed shall walk there, and the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy on their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. The Lord has declared. Therefore prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make His path straight. He will both lie down to rest and find shelter. There is rest for the weary and the burdened. He who refreshes and comforts the heart. Can you make no rest for the weary? No shelter for the faint? This is the Lord's message to me. I will restore health to the people, and will cure them, and will reveal to them the abundance of peace and quietness. And they shall rest. They shall fear no more. Thus says the Lord who saves you, the Lord your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For the Lord has called the assembly of His anger, and has gathered the outcasts of Israel, and He will bring them from their land of captivity, from the east and from the west, from the north and from the south." So we see that the prophecy of Isaiah is a message of hope for the future restoration of Israel. It tells of a day when God will gather His people from all over the world and bring them back to their land. This is a message that we desperately need to hear today. As Christians, we live in the hope of the return of Jesus Christ. But until that day, we must endure persecution and suffering. Sometimes it can feel like we are living in the end times, and it is easy to lose hope. But we must remember the words of Jesus when He said, These things I have spoken to you, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. John 16, verse 33. And the prophecy of Isaiah reminds us that God is still in control and that he has a plan to bring his people back to their land and restore them to health. Let's take a closer look at this prophecy and what it means for us today. The prophecy begins with a call for people to seek the Lord and his words. This is something that we should all do, whether we are Christians or not. We should seek God and his word, because it is in his word that we find the truth and guidance for our lives. The prophet Isaiah was told that God's thoughts and ways are different from ours. This is an important lesson for us to learn. We often think that we know what is best for us, but in reality we don't. God's ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. We should trust in God's plan for us, even if we don't understand it. Isaiah was also told that God's words are like rain and snow. This is a beautiful image that reminds us that God's words are life-giving and nourishing. Just as rain and snow water the earth and cause things to grow, God's words have the power to change our lives and help us grow spiritually. The prophecy goes on to talk about a day when the mountain of the Lord's house will be established as the highest of the mountains. This is a reference to the temple of God, and it will be a place where people from all over the world will come to worship God. This is a message of hope for the future restoration of Israel. It tells of a day when God will gather his people from all over the world and bring them back to their land. The prophecy also talks about the gathering of the exiles. This is a message that we need to hear today. As Christians, we are often scattered and persecuted, but we can take heart knowing that God has not forgotten us. He will gather us from all over the world and bring us back to his presence. The prophecy concludes with a call to prepare the way of the Lord. This is something that we should all do, not just the people of Israel. We should prepare the way of the Lord in our own lives by turning away from sin and turning to him. When we do this, we can experience the peace and joy that only he can give. This prophecy is important for us to remember today, because it reminds us that God is still in control. No matter what may seem to be happening in the world around us, we can trust in God's plan for us. It also gives us hope for the future restoration of Israel. We can pray for the peace of Jerusalem and know that God has not forgotten his people. As we close, I want to encourage you to read the prophecy of Isaiah for yourself. This is a powerful passage that can bring hope and encouragement to your life. May you find strength and comfort in these words as you continue to walk with Jesus. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please take a moment to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. We would love to have you join our growing family and be a part of what God is doing here. If you have a question or comment, please feel free to leave it below. We'd love to hear from you. Till next time, God bless you, and remember, never hold your peace.